Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. Thanks for
Hello
coming.
and welcome to our first show. I can see we've sold out. Right.
So there's a couple of microphones on.
Yeah.
on
Do we
the
need?
stage.
Do we
They're
need
not
them? We can
working,
probably
but it's
talk
fun,
to
innit?
people
See,
from that distance, can't we? Can you hear us at the back?
Fine.
Yeah.
So
We're
we
not
do-
actually
we
at
can
the
do
back.
that.
Hello?
Can you hear us at the middle?
Yeah.
You can hear us anyway, can't we? Don't need them.
Fine. Okay.
I'll use mine or talk all up, it's more important.
So thank you very much for both being here today.
Thank you. Good night.
I thought I'd just kick off with asking you just a couple of questions before we throw it open.
Are they Specsavers?
They are, aren't
They
they?
look like
DNA, I
those two
think.
for ones.
Yeah.
They're very efficient spec.
So,
Did you get them from, you know, that magazine? You get them sellotaped to the front sometimes, don't you? There's probably someone here from that magazine.
we'll find out. We'll
It's
find
the same
out.
one that you use when you build a skeleton. Just saying.
So, this is your first live tour in over 20 years, and obviously it's to celebrate 25 years of you working together.
On TV. Actually, it's beyond that now, isn't it?
And I think a lot of people were interested to know why it's taken you such a long time to go back out on tour.
I think it was a 25 years thing, wasn't it, Jim?
Do you think it was?
I think so.
We've been thinking about it for some time, thinking, shall we go on tour? Because we were quite happy making films, really.
Yeah.
And so we thought, yeah, it's about time.
We've been lucky really, because for those 20 years we've done Shooting Stars, then we've done Randall Upkirk, then we've done Families at War, then we've done Shooting Stars, then we've done House of Fools, and in any 1 year really, the telly's always kind of been our priority. But because of this 25 years thing, I thought we said no, we'll clear a couple of months and do a tour.
Because live performance is really where it first started for you both. So, are you kind of really looking forward to doing that live thing again?
Yeah, it's actually not 25 years, it's not 26 years, it's actually about getting on for 30 years.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
We started in the Goldsmiths Tavern, I think, in 1987. So that's getting on for, we might as well scrub all that out and say 30 years of us together. It's 26 years on, or 25 years on TV, but we were doing it in theatres, and that's where we started off, and that's what was good fun. We used to do it I started off first on my own, and then Bob but it was kind of like, when I started off on my own, it was, I made it up every week. It was a new show every week, and then Bob came down one day, and I said, why don't you join in? And then it kind of took off in a different angle, made it better, you know, it got better.
His dog had died. It was a dog and one man act at the time.
So, you know, that's what we did. It actually was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we were actually related. Not many people know that. We were, you know, I've never met him, he's my cousin. So we've got a common uncle who's, you might have heard of him, Norbert Dentresangle. He has some trucks.
No, it's funny. If you
I'm going to stop now because I'm waffling.
if you because we've been on the telly, people look into your family history. We were related, and it's the weirdest connection. And I can't even remember his name now, Jim. But it's
Eddie Stobbart.
No, it's nothing to do. It's nothing to do with trucks.
Is it not?
No, you know it isn't. We're related to the first. Do you know the very small vegetables, like the tiny corn cobs and the little
The miniature vegetables.
The mini vegetables.
Mini courgettes.
That's the that was the first one. We related to the first person who first imported them into the UK. So there you go.
And then we met again when we were doing the round the world yacht trip. And we were just
In different yachts.
We were in different yachts, and we were just coming around the Cape of Good Horn. And Bob nudged me, you know, like they're doing those cut films, nudging to the side of the of the
Cape, I suppose.
The Cape.
Yeah.
and I thought, hey, stop, quit nudging me.
Yeah.
I said. In an
And that's when I
American accent.
lost my hair. Then.
So that,
And then it all kicked off.
No, but we looked at the
So we like performing live. I
We-
think that's the question, isn't it?
it was.
because a lot of people. I think part of it as well is like that. Do you know the stand-up comedies are really popular now? But
Billy Connolly.
Billy Connolly is the new lad on the block. But when we watch them, you know, you get that. It's like we like doing a show that you'd only see that night, sort of thing. You know.
Do you know
we
what
always
you're talking about?
No, shall I just stop? That's code for shut up.
Well, do you want to share with the audience, what they can expect when the tour actually starts later this month?
Well, come on, we go.
right.
Hello, we're a couple of girls. Hello,
lipstick and girls. We're going to start off maybe with that song, which is from The Smell of Reeves and Mortimer.
If not,
we
we'll
might
sing.
do another one.
Do you remember the summer of '75?
Might do that, yeah.
Might do that
We
one.
keep changing our minds. You see, this is the thing, and this is the problem.
We're old.
That we can't remember what we're supposed to be doing. No, we keep wanting to change our minds. We're not that professional. Well, actually, we are. What we do is we like to give the audience something new all the time, and it's a curse.
But there will be some of the of your fans' kind of favourite characters that you'll. that
Well,
will
we're
definitely be in the
going to
show.
stick to a kind of template.
Yeah.
But then we're going to veer off.
Okay. And which are the kind of the key template
I
characters?
think Man with the Stick, Mulligan and O'Hare, Donald and Davy Stott, Dr. Shakamoto, Judge Nutmeg,
Yeah.
Novelty Island. Those as a bottom line, they will all appear
Every night.
Yeah.
every night, yeah,
But they may vary in context.
and length.
So fans can see some of your, some of their real favourites and
Yeah, no,
Hear
that's
on-
the
we-
idea.
we could go and bark out the catchphrases, and so. But what we like. I think our fans are our friends, and they're like when we started off at the Goldsmiths Tavern. It was just us and some friends, and I think our friends are coming to see us, and that's what we're going to offer them.
We went on Twitter and said, "What do you want to see?" Basically.
and you got a huge response.
Yeah, and we've used that as a guide, plus making sure we put things in that we really like, because that keeps you interested in doing it from
Yeah.
night to night, and and some new things people won't have seen before as well, but not much.
Okay.
It is a nostalgia tour.
I suppose it has to be at a certain stage, isn't it? Nostalgia. But we go into work and we start writing stuff, and like kind of you put a seal on it, and then we go back in again and then rip the seal off and write something new. So who knows what's going to happen? It's there. We know what we're doing, but we like to change things a lot.
Well, that's good. That's good. So it'll be fresh every night for the
Yeah, I
audience as
think
they
it
come
will
along.
be.
We hope so. Yeah, but it's not like we're not just doing old sketches from the telly. Although that we'll see some of the old characters, it will be new words,
Great. So they'll be sort of brought into 2016, as it were.
That's the hope, yeah.
Great. So I think there's a lot of people out there in the public that when the dates in last year, in 2015, when they were cancelled because of your operation, I think a lot of people in the public still think that this leg of
That
the
he's
tour
dead.
is not going ahead. So they'll be pleased to hear today that the shows kicking off, as I say, on the 30th of January are going ahead. There's 15 of them.
Yeah.
And Bob, can I ask you, how are you feeling since your operation?
I feel fine. I mean, we're doing a little warm-up show on Saturday.
Was it on your leg?
I've got a really good scar on my leg.
Have you?
Yeah. 16-incher.
Really?
That's a good, decent scar. Yeah, because that's where they harvest the veins from. No, but I'll be fine. We're doing a show on Saturday. If I don't drop, should be fine.
But you're fit as a fiddle. You're fitter than you were.
Yeah, you do emerge from it. There's nothing wrong with my heart, as it were. It was just my arteries. So I got new arteries now. So yeah, I am fitter than I was before, really.
And the surgeon that performed the operation,
Yeah.
he must be someone that you're very thankful to.
Yeah. No, you did brilliant. Thank you. Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I've done a lot of work on engines before. I thought it's the same kind of thing.
Great. Well, I think that's all from me. I'm sure there's lots of questions out there on the floor. So please put your hand up. Yes, gentleman in the check shirt.
Hiya.
Hello, morning. Toby L from London Live. You've got the Stock Brothers in the show. Now, they used to interview people. They used to interview very famous people on their chat show. Do you have some celebrities lined up for the Stock Brothers?
No, we don't, do we, Jim?
No, it's me. Well, we're going to give it away. I've just blown. That's what do you call that in that world? Spoiler.
Spoiler.
I've just spoilt it all for everyone.
They're doing a show within a show. They used to. Don David Stott used to do This Is Your Life, but this time David Stott's been given his own kind of little show.
That's how it started off in the big night out. It was pretty much that. I would be interviewed by Donald.
Yeah.
I'm Davey, aren't I?
Yeah, I think so. No, so they. Yeah, no.
Front row, Tim.
Tim Masters, BBC News. Bob, given how physical your comedy is, I wondered what advice have you had from your doctors about what you can do and what you can't do?
Well, they've told me that, like, if I've just redone all my tests, and they've said, like, if I was a builder or scaffolder or whatever, I would be absolutely fine and ticked off to do it. And we don't do anything like heavy labour in the show or anything, you know. So, I mean, you know, yeah, it should be fine. I don't know what to say. You know, you don't go into it with detail with them. I just said, am I all right? You do a load of tests and said, you're absolutely fine. Whether you'll be funny, you know, no comment.
Did they cut that part out of you?
Lady behind.
Oh, hi, Jen Farrow from The Sun. Vic, I wanted to ask, how worrying for you was it when Bob went into theatre? Because you must have thought, oh, crikey, he's my best
Well,
mate.
yeah, I immediately started scouring the newspapers to find if there was anyone else I could do it. That was my first thought, yeah. No, it was, yeah, it was, of course I was worried, yeah. Because it's, you know, you don't want your best mate to end up with anything wrong with them and end your career.
No, Jim came to see me in hospital, so that was quite emotional. Well, I was all right, wasn't I? Jim had a tear in his eye, but it did stink in there, didn't it?
Yeah. I did a drawing of him, to cheer him up.
Did you bring me anything? Can't remember. Did you bring me any present, grapes or anything?
I don't think you'd want anything. You don't want anything. You don't want that sort of thing, do you?
Well, it'd be nice to have been asked or something.
A comic.
Yeah, a comic.
The Beezer or something.
Thank you.
Round the back.
Jack Morgan from The Times. So, Bob, it sounds like that you're not going to need to make any changes to the way that you perform or in your life. You're not going to be taking it easy.
But I mean, I've got a very diet's it's quite tricky that you have to. I've got my. God, sorry, this is dull. I found out I got my cholesterol down from 8.5 to 2.7 yesterday, but that's just through eating seed. I'm basically a chaffinch now. But that's what you have to do, you know. I mean, soya. I found myself recommending soya.
No, but and then I said, but that's what I've been eating for years.
No, you did, yeah.
Because I've been eating what you were eating now for years, so I'm all right.
Yeah.
You have to just quit the KFC.
Yeah. See, I've been lucky because I've got my diet advice from like the top man at St Thomas's and London Bridge Hospital, rather than Women's Realm. So, and he's explaining to me that there's only soya and oats, the only two things on this planet that can actually grab hold of cholesterol and throw it out of your arse, as it were, and it never gets into your system. You'd think so, yeah. Oats, soya, But no, so there'll be no change to the show because of it, unless things get tricky.
Can you have so oats? Can you have oat biscuits?
Yeah. And what I
A
do?
lot of them.
Yeah, an awful lot of them. Everyone misses Stilton.
And
So-
edamame beans.
Yeah.
You can have them. So it's so on the tour, we're going to be stopping off at maybe a biscuit shop
Yeah.
and a yo sushi for edamame beans.
Well, you can't have seafood if that's what you're suggesting.
I'm just trying to work out a plan for where we're going to stop and eat.
Yeah. Well, we'll be good at the boozer gym, won't we, son?
So can you booze? Bob's very fond of now of real ale.
Yeah. Something changed me during the operation. I couldn't stand the stuff, but now I can't get enough of it.
So it's real ale, oat biscuits, and soya beans.
Yeah, it's a life.
One hell of a tour.
Yes, please.
Vicky Walters, Bang Showbiz. Firstly, great result for Borough again last night.
Yeah, wasn't it?
And secondly, which characters have you most enjoyed revisiting?
What have we had fun doing, Jim, these last few weeks?
I think the fun we've mostly had is us stuff.
Yeah.
That the chit chat back and forth, which I'd like. You know, sometimes you can do characters and get bored of them, so you've got to enliven them. And I don't know if we've done that.
I don't know, but we've quite enjoyed Man with the Stick because we've forgotten what size